So I think about, so there's so many things to adapt. So I think I select the most important things that will help your child to overcome the developmental challenges. And I put it in this journey, THURSB, THURSB, for you to remember it, easier to remember. And just now I have said for students' educational success, teachers' effective teaching is very important. But then if we build the foundation that our support and motivation supporting your child, then you will be sure win about this educational success. And the key for you is T for timetable, H for handbook, U for uniform, R for the school rules and regulations, school, S stand for the school, and then B for the school bag. So let's think about these areas, 6 areas here, one by one, okay? Let's go for this journey. And then for T for timetable. Is the kindergarten timetable different from the primary school timetable? Surely you know that they are different. And what are the differences? Now, first of all, these are examples of the kindergarten timetable. Oh, this is colorful. Because in the kindergarten classroom, this is familiar to you. This kind of colorful tables are familiar with you. They are in such colorful pictures. And then the children know them. Oh, this is the thematic time. This is the singing and movement time. Oh, this is the circle time. This is the center time. They have different centers, or they have different corners. This is the library corner, book corner. This is the art and craft corner. This is the experiment corner. I'm going to do some experiments there, or the experimental table. And then they like the free play corner. There are blocks there, the Legos there, like that. And they are free to choose. They are free. They call it free choice in some classroom. Okay, like this. If they don't have very attractive pictures, although they are in this kind of black and white, but still you can see that they are thematic learning, early reading, music, movement, indoor, outdoor, like that. And then the warmest time is the early morning greeting, music, story, reading, craft, and sharing. So warm, so cozy there. Oh, but then the new timetable is in this format. This is in Chinese, but I have translated like this. It covers 11 subjects here. Chinese, English, mathematics, social studies, visual arts, physical education, music, 普通话, computer, Bible studies, joint studies in this example. 11 subjects. So already more than 10. It's difficult to count more than 10. 11. And for some schools, there are more than that. Besides the subjects, there are other activities. The morning assembly, the English reading activity, they have growth activity, lower primary weekly assembly, and also they have the upper primary weekly assembly. So for this school, the assembly is divided into 2 sessions for the higher primary and the lower primary classes. Tutorial lessons, library lesson, They have a library in the primary school. No more book corner. Book corner is small corner, isn't it? Sometimes it's in the common ground of the kindergarten, in the middle, the central place of the kindergarten. So there's a library corner there. But then in a standard primary school, it's big, at least like this theater, the library. Remedial classes, and in this special example, they have a stepping forward classes like that. There are special class, enhancement class, all these different kinds of classes, and they are new to your child. So it will be in this way. Let's look at this. The time to start the class is 8 o'clock in this school. 8 o'clock. What's the difference between this 8 o'clock and your kindergarten timetable? Kindergarten begins at 9. And then for the PM session, some of your children might go to the PM session. So now they are going to have their study in the morning. So it's a huge difference. But even for those AM kindergarten, an hour earlier. Now for this, for some more primary school, you have to learn about your child's primary school. For some schools, they started at 7:30 or 7:35 or 7:40 like that. So 1.5 hours earlier. Oh, so you think, okay, I'll ask my child to sleep earlier, an hour earlier, to sleep 1.5 hours earlier. Will I succeed in waking him or her up? I can tell you, if your school starts at 8 o'clock, and then you are going to ask your child to sleep an hour earlier, it's not enough. Why not enough? You have to think. Maybe the traveling time will be more. I don't know. If the primary school has a longer distance for you than the kindergarten, maybe your kindergarten is just downstairs of your building, then it will be different. Then you don't need you just take 5 minutes to 10 minutes. But then if your new primary school, you have to walk 15 minutes or you have to take buses, then it will be different, isn't it? So an hour early for sleeping is not enough. You have to count. Accurate counting, huh? So this living habit is very important. If you want your child to wake up earlier in September, he or she cannot make it. If today, the end of August, and then you tell a child, tomorrow, darling, please wake up an earlier. So today you sleep an hour earlier. You know it will not succeed. You are going to do that step by step. So you plan about it. When he is going to sleep in July, an hour earlier. And then in August, an hour and 1.5 hours earlier like that. Oh, step by step. And then another thing. Now, from this timetable, you see this, for this row, it's the recess time. It's recess. For kindergarten timetable, they don't have recess. Because all activities are well planned, and the teacher will guide the child, the kindergarteners, to we are going to queue up to the toilet now, and then they queue up, and then when they queue up, they sing the song, happily go to the toilet, and then when they wait, because we understand that they cannot go into the toilet all together at one time, so they are going to wait because 5 of them go in, and then the others, they are going to sing and they are going to talk and chat. But in primary school, you understand that they don't have this kind of doing. They are going to self themselves in the recess time. You have to go to the toilet during the recess time. And during the recess time, you can also take snacks. In kindergarten, they have snacks. We have snacks all together, and they sing and they pray, and they they distribute the snacks, distribute the drinking all together. So it's a very happy tea time. Oh, in primary school, recess time is that happy tea time. Do your child know about that? So he or she is going to self-help himself to do that. So now during the recess time, the new primary students, they are very happy because during the class, they are going to study and they cannot do anything, they cannot chat, they cannot do, he or she is hungry, but he or she cannot eat. And then for toilet, if they want to go to toilet, they can raise their hands up and ask the teacher. But then during the recess time, it is expected that they are going to toilet, they are going to eat, drink, and have a relax. But then for the young children, so happy to have the recess time, they forgot all about that. They are going to talk with their friends about this and about that. And then they are not going to the toilet. And some of them, maybe they don't even know where the toilet is. So they forgot everything. But then the bell rang and then, they have to stop. And then they have to queue up to go to the classroom again. And I'm hungry and I want to go to the toilet. So this is the self-care, self-help time. So we have to remind our children to do that. But also the teacher will remind them. But then, what can I do during this summer vacation? Does your child go to toilet by himself or herself? Can he or she self-help himself to eat and drink the snacks? This is important. Yeah. So my reminder is the living habits: sleep and get up earlier, sufficient time for breakfast, remember the transport and the walking, calculate the time. And the self-help skills is very important. Toileting, eating, drinking independently. So you don't need to open the boxes or ask your child to help himself, and even to help you to clean up the dishes, to pack, tidy up the boxes, the dishes, the cups, like that. In the primary school, they are going to bring a recess bag. In some school, teachers will instruct the children to prepare a small bag, and they call it the recess bag. So in the recess bag, what should be there? The water bottle, the snack box, handkerchief, or tissues like that should be there. And then for this recess bag, we have to tidy it up when we go home, because all the snacks, the dirts are there, and the cups are there, and they are for the drinking, isn't it? So the child has to do this self-help. They have picked the right things and bring the recess bag. And then when they go home, the child should know, take out the boxes, the cups, the handkerchiefs out. If he or she can help, the dirty handkerchief to put in my house, put it in this basket. For this used cup, put it in this box for me to clean. Like that. He or she has to learn to do this. this is self-help, and this is responsibility for a child, isn't it?